Hi folks, and welcome to the series that we'll be following throughout this season for 2021, and it is the fixed whatever it's going to be called, fixed GT3 in the B class 20-minute race, as far as I know. I don't think they've changed it so far, and we are starting off at Road Atlanta. Now I have already done a track guide in here, but it is in the old legacy Ferrari, so not this Ferrari Evo that we're doing. So yeah, pretty good to be honest. I quite liked it. I think it's a little bit easier to drive than the other Ferrari, to be honest. Yeah, whether it's quick or not, I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with this info for you. So this is this series, I believe, is generated weather depending on the day and generated track. Now I always go track usage about 45%. That's what I've always done through my track guides. Right smack, well, nearly right smack in the beginning. If it's moderate usage, you're same as me. If it's low usage, you'll have less grip. If it's high usage, you should have more grip. So check your track temperature with what the actual official session should be. I'm hoping it's close to this because, as I say, I've got the same date and the same time, give or take half an hour or an hour. So we're good on that. Setup that we use last season, we used the sprint setup on both the fixed Ferrari and the fixed GT3 in B class. So that's the setup I'm using here. Otherwise, that is about it. The lap I'm going to show you is the last lap we did, which you can see above my head nicely, a 1:18.502. So I think my optimal was an 18.2 or something like that. That's the best I could do with this anyway. Above my head, I'm just going to show you my Discord, because the OLAP, BLAP, telemetry and replay file will all be in there for you to have if you so require it to use to try and see where you're gaining time against me or losing time against me. And in the Discord as well, we have the schedule, so you can always find it. We also have my track guide schedule, which will show you what series I've done and what track guides I've already done in the order that they appear on this season. So if you are wanting to do a series, go have a look over there, see if you can find a track guide for the week coming up. Otherwise, I think that's it. Thank you for listening to my waffling, and let's crack on with it. Right then, welcome to Road Atlanta. Start finish line quite far back there, and basically we are looking for this service road slash the other pit exit. Just as it starts and the grass ends, we want to stab on the brakes, only up to 50%, ease the car in nicely, avoid the curb on apex, but you want to get in there because it's a nice little bit of cambered, ease on throttle, up the hill, away you go. This next corner is going to be really tricky. It's a blind turn in here, and just as this curving starts on the left hand side, you want to brake in a straight line as best you can, down to third gear, clip that apex. You can cut it a little more, but there is an off track there, so be warned. All of this curb on the left hand side now, do not touch the grass. It can spin you out quite easily. The S's, use the curbs as best you can, and then using the curb again to brake in a straight line. This awkward little kink. Now, loads of curb, run really far wide, but be careful. Look how bumpy it is. Very bumpy. Keep the steering wheel straight over there, keep the power nice and smooth, and hopefully you won't die into one of the barriers. Really tricky corner that to get right. A lot of people will spin out there, so be warned about that one. Coming down now to the last two corners before long straight, dotted line across the circuit. That is really handy for us. Brake all the way into the apex, down to third gear, get on power nice and early. The car will naturally drift out wide just as you meet this curve on the left hand side. That's when you want to start braking again for the second part of the double right hander here. Easy on the brakes. First gear for me, I found you probably can take it in second. I just found it easier in first, so first or second for that one, not too bad, but nice smooth exit. That is by far the most important corner on the circuit to get right, because you are full throttle for a hell of a long time down this straight here. Slipstream will be a thing, particularly when we get into sixth gear. It could do with a little more top end speed, this thing in this configuration, but we will get there eventually. Really tricky braking zone this, to make sure you get it right. 100-meter board, there is a line across the track as well, which is useful. Heavy braking zone all the way down into second. You can clip a little bit of dirt on apex there. I miss it, but you can clip it. Bit of sliding from the rear end there. Luckily we're turning right now, so we can tame it. Be nice and early on throttle coming out of there. Sacrifice the first left-hander to maximize this right-hander. You'll carry all the speed all the way through here and across start finish line for the next lap. All the way over to the left hand side. Last corner is easily full throttle, so don't worry about it. Little tickle of the curve as we go past, and that is line right there. We cross it with an 18.502, which is actually quicker than the last guide that I did, but I think the track conditions were slightly more favorable. Anyway, that is a lap over, done and dusted. It is going to be fun around here. It's going to be one of them things that's only really two overtaking opportunities. Down into turn one, which I wouldn't advise. Fast right hand corner, not good. And slipstreaming down the back straight, which is definitely going to be easy into the braking zone of 10 and 10A. stay out of trouble on this one, and you should do well. A lot of spinning, particularly on that little kink that I mentioned. Otherwise, enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you on the next one.